So here's how the Manson family and the Manson murders tie into the Church of Satan. It's a loose thread, but this is kind of how it goes. Rosemary's Baby came out in, I think, 69 or 68, something like that. Anton LaVey was a technical advisor in it, rumored to have actually played the small part of the actual devil in it, which may be folk legend, I'm not sure, but he was definitely a technical advisor in it. And the story took place around a woman who was pregnant, who got surrounded by a bunch of Satanists and later gave birth to the Antichrist. Well, and the movie was directed by Roman Polanski. Now, about a year later, Susan Atkins, which was one of the convicted people in the Roman Polanski murders, Susan Atkins was she claims to be a member of the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan claims that she wasn't, that she was just actually a paid actress in a theatrical production that they produced. So it's hard to say, but anyway, she was around the Church of Satan in the early days, needless to say. Well, Susan Atkins was one of the people convicted in the Polanski murders. They went to Roman Polanski's house and they killed Roman Polanski's wife and daughter, or unborn child, and like 4 other people. They were convicted like a couple of years later, and they claimed that Charles Manson was a mastermind behind this and influenced them to do it. Now, Charles Manson didn't actually kill anybody, but he buried himself in his trial, man, because he just acted like a complete crazy hippie. But that's kind of how it all ties in. Is Susan Atkins had involvement with the Church of Satan at one time. On some level, LaVey had a part in Rosemary's Baby, and then they came to Roman Polanski's house, Susan Atkins and some other women, and killed several of the people there. And then later on, Roman Polanski got convicted of sexual abuse of a minor, of a 13-year-old, and he fled to France and hasn't been back to the United States. So that's kind of how all that ties into the curse of Rosemary's Baby.